Alright, okay, continue with our quadratic inequalities. So for the graph, okay, we recall back, okay, we have two types of graph, but I will only touch on a greater than 0. Alright, so all for a greater than 0, so we know that it is that's my graph. Okay, and then let's assume the value of here is P and Q. Okay, so how we are going to shape or label our solution is depend on our y. So here, let's say the y is greater than 0. Okay, for y greater than 0, your solution will lie less than P and more than Q, or it is outside. Okay, so our solution will be this one. Okay, so now if your quadratic inequalities is less than 0, okay, so your solution will lie between or like this one. So your final solution x greater than P and less than Q. Okay, that is what you need to know for using graph method. Okay, how you are going to shape is depends on your quadratic inequalities. Okay, but for this one you also have to take note, it's depend on equation. Right, for example, if this equation use the double sign, so here it will have the double sign. All right, so please, this one is easy. Okay, make sure you remember one by one step. Okay, don't make mistake on this. Okay, so now let's focus on second step, table of signs. All right. Alright, table of signs is we will build a table depending on our questions. Okay, so here I will directly give you example. Okay, let's say the question asks us to solve a negative x squared plus 3x plus 4 less equal to 0. Okay, so here is our inequalities, and square is our highest power of x, so it is quadratic inequalities. Okay, what is your first step? You see here, our a is negative. All right, so you have to change the negative first, because it will be much easier by multiplying everything with -1. Okay, after you multiply, you will get x squared minus 3x minus 4. And how about the symbol? It changed greater than 0. Right, so next are for us to factor. Okay, what is the factor inside? -4, it comes from -4 and +1. Okay, right, so here we will have our critical point, which is x equal to 4 and x equal to -1. So if you can see here, if we draw number line, so you will have x equal to -1 here, x equal to 4 here. And for us to draw the table, you need to know the interval involving between these two values, these two critical points. So here we can identify, we have interval 1, we have interval 2, and we have interval 3. Okay, you will draw 4 by 4 table. Okay, that's the standard form of our table. Okay, with factor and interval on the top. Okay, factor will be on our column. So your factor is, let's put the anyone. Okay, you just choose one of them. Okay, which one you want to write first, it's okay. And then the product of the two factor. Okay, settle for the factor. Next is our interval. Alright, interval, as I said earlier, is this one, the interval. Okay, so now we will define what is interval 1. Interval 1 is x less equal -1. Okay, next interval 2, x is between -1 and 4. How about number 3, x greater equal to 4. Okay, why do I have to use the symbol double here? Because we have the double from the question. Okay, take note for that one. Alright, so here, because we have the interval, you can write down the critical point here. So our critical point that last here is -1, and here is our critical point is 4. Am I right? Okay, yes. So next step will be you to substitute value. Alright, so for you to substitute value, okay, we value. Alright, so let's use the purple color for you to alert value that lies in the interval. Okay, for example, here, what is the nearest value that less than -1? I choose x equal to -2. Alright, how about here? Between -1 and 4, I will choose the easiest number will be 0. And here I will choose 5. So what is your job is actually to substitute the value that we choose inside the factor for us to know what is the sign. Okay, so it will be -2, -4, we get -6. So you will write here the symbol, the sign will be negative. Okay, so follow here. -2 plus 1. Okay, we substitute on in the second factor, so we get -1. So here our sign will be negative. Okay, follow to the second value, x equal to 0. 0 minus 4 is -4. How about here? 0 plus 1 is 1. So our sign here will be negative, our sign here will be positive. Okay, next we go to the next value, x equal to 5. X equal to 5 here we will get 5 minus 4 equal to 1. How about this one? 5 plus 1 equal to 5 plus 1 equal to 6. Okay, so here we got positive and positive. Okay, it's actually you don't have to write down the value here. Okay, but I want to remind you, if you have the questions during your exam or test, if you show the calculation here, simply show your calculation. Actually you can check whether you are making mistakes or not. Okay, that is the point for that. Okay, so now you will multiply both of the sign and put on the bottom here. That's our conclusion. Okay, negative multiplied by negative, you got positive. Negative multiplied by positive, you got negative. Positive, positive, you got positive. Okay, how we are going to choose our answer? Okay, your question. Alright, your question asking about positive solution. Okay, the positive solution. So here we are looking for positive solution. Okay, of x. Thus, we look at where our positive lies. Our positive lies is here and here. That's it. Our solution will be x less equal to -1 union x greater equal to 4. Alright, so this is our solution. If you write in the form of solution set, or if you want to put in interval form, you will have -infinity to -1 square bracket union 4 to infinity. Okay, that's how you are going to answer if you want to use or have to use table of sign. Okay, this table of signs. So remember, what you need to find first is for you to identify if you have two critical points, we will always have one first, second, and third interval. Okay, so you will draw the 4 times 4 table. Okay, write down the factor on the column and the product of the factor and interval on your row. Okay, and decide what value you want to use for you to substitute and get the sign. And for the final one, we need to know what is your question. Your question 1, the solution, positive solution of x because it's greater Okay, if it is less, so that's mean negative solution. So because we want positive solution, we go to positive sign and write down the solution. Okay, you can try this solution by drawing the graph and you should get the same answer. Okay, let's continue. Our last step for quadratic inequalities. Alright, if you can see here for quadratic inequalities, so yes, we have three choices of solutions. The first one is graph, table of signs, and now we will look at what is positive number line. Okay guys, let's use the same equation as we used for table of signs. Okay, this is our equation. Okay, if you can see here, our original a is -1. All right, -1, so it's mean that less than 0. Okay, you can change the a. Okay, we start to change the a. For that our a will be positive, so for you to change the a to be positive, you multiply everything with -1, so you will get positive, and the inequality symbol will change, will be reversed. Okay, so here we have our factor. Okay, so now what is our new step is actually we will start with by assuming the factor are positive. Okay, the first factor is x less than 4 greater or equal to 0. Okay, why do we have to use this symbol? Double, because the equation comes from double symbol. Okay, can you see here? Okay, it comes from double, greater or equal, so you need to use greater or equal. But if equation come only in terms of this, so we use single. Okay, can you see? Okay, so here you will get x greater or equal to 4, and you will get x greater or equal to -5. So next we will draw it on the number line. Okay, you put -1 and 4 here. Okay, we start with -1. -1 is greater or equal -1. So that means you need to start with then circle with an arrow heading to the right. Alright. Okay, another one is 4. X greater equal to 4. So 4, you will start from 4 with then circle. Why it is then circle? Because it is double. Alright, because it is double. If it is single, it will be empty circle and draw an arrow with it heading to the right because it is greater. Okay, so here what you should do, because we assume it will be positive, so we will put the positive symbol on the arrow. Alright, on the arrow. Alright, so we have positive, and positive here. Next one is any area, okay, in this region, in this interval that don't have the arrow, we need to label it as negative. So we have one here, we have one here, and one here. Okay, that's it. Okay, next we need to multiply both symbol. Alright, so negative here we get positive. Negative, positive, we get negative, positive, we get positive. Alright, so now we will look back at our question. Okay, what is your question? You look here. Alright, you look at the factor you already did. It is greater equal to 0. That means that you are looking for positive solution. Okay, I hope you can see the yellow or no. Okay, you are looking for positive solution. So our positive solution is here and here. So our final answer will be, what is our interval here? It is negative infinity to -1 square bracket union with start with 4 square 4 because it is then circle, or and it is double sign for until infinity. Okay, so that is our solution. If you are looking for negative solution, this will be the answer. So I think that's all my highlight for quadratic inequalities. When do you, it is quadratic inequalities when you have x square with one of the inequality symbol. Okay, that's mean you need to solve for the x. So here is the way for you to solve for the x for positive number line, and table of signs we did learn before, as well as the graph. Okay, so it is a very fun subtopic for us to learn. Alright, so thank you. Bye.